Hello and welcome into the booth. I'm your host, Parker Welck, and today we got something very, very special for you guys. We have the United States LeBron James Invitational. Now, today, it's not exactly PDGA rules, but it's going to be mostly PDGA rules. As you can see, we are going to be throwing two off the first tee. Neither of us have thrown a single shot since Champions Cup, which was about 4 days ago. So we might be a little rusty, but Anthony's looking pretty solid. Something to note here is neither of us brought our disc golf bags, so we're kind of just throwing whatever we had.
Oh, I only got one general now.
And I only have one driver left, is what I'm saying. So I got my read, and I will be throwing a little further to the right, just to stay on land. And it almost goes in. Now the conditions today were pretty solid. I would say about 80 degrees, maybe 85 degrees, somewhere in there. Absolutely zero wind, but as you guys know, when that fountain turns on, for about 10 minutes, it is very, very windy. So that's basically all we have to worry about. And Barela off to an early lead with a great tee shot. Moving on to hole 2, kind of a beast, but a little softer now that there is no OB line in play like we see at the Memorial. And he throws a fantastic drive. And I'm electing to go for this right gap, mostly because I only have one disc, and it's overstable.
I really don't even know how flies either.
And this is my second disc here. This is a fairway. I believe that it is an evader. Just pulled it off the shelf. Barela not feeling any pressure from my shot. Puts it nice and close. Little fist bump there by Anthony. He's a bit pumped to be out here today. He's been texting me nonstop to want to hang out with me. We didn't really plan on coming home at the same time this week, but ended up that way. And as you guys saw in the intro, little fun factoid, Anthony just got a pool in. I'm hoping for maybe a pool party this Saturday. What do you say, Anthony? Alright, he'll get back to me on that. Barela throwing the new Ledgestone Zone OS, and as you can see, those are beefy. I mean, what else would you expect from a Zone OS? Quick little in the bag for me. I got a General, an Evader, and a putter, a premium plastic putter that I just found. Barela not happy there. Now hole 3 should be a very easy hole for us. There is no island around it, and I think if there was, I would probably have missed the island there if we were playing the Memorial. And Barela, I want you guys to pause the video and try and figure out the disc and weight of that frisbee that he just threw. I'll give you a hint. Mid-range, under 130 grams. Welck very pumped to put that one in from circle 2. Moving to hole 5. This one can play a little bit more difficult if you don't get the distance right. You throw it too far, you're out of bounds. You throw it and it slips out of your hand. You're way up here on the left. Not a great spot to be with Obi right behind the basket. And here's Barela throwing that same disc that he threw off the last hole. Now you'll really get to see it fly. To let me know your guesses in the comments. Obstructed look here for Barela. Let's listen in.
Dude, that fucking bird.
Upset. I think one of the spectators might have done a little bit of a chirp or something. I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. Great bid from Welck from way downtown. You know, Welk's the type of guy to put those in pretty consistently. But he did forget his putter at home because he is a doofus.
Oh, I filmed the disc. I wasn't supposed to do that.
And do not try and guess what putter I'm using because my sponsor will not like that. Thank you very much. As we get to the next, this one should be very easy for us. It is just a spike hyzer up and around. If you leave it too far right, there is a chance that it'll go down the hill and land out of bounds. Barela, unsure about if he likes it or not. And I got a little bit of a roll. I am fired up. Little Texas flip from Barela. To me, that tells me he's feeling a little bit of pressure. I know, and we were talking before the round. And oh no. He would like a mulligan there, but he does not get one. But as I was saying, we were talking before the round, and this tournament means so much to him, being the first annual.
I lose this though.
He would love
I don't know, I think I'm
to win
full
this
of it.
tournament.
Let's go sidearm evader.
And I only have 3 discs, and I didn't want to lose my putting putter, so I'm throwing a shot that completely, I mean, just the worst shot of all time. Worst shot this hole has ever seen, but it's safe.
That's close.
It was not close. Don't lie to yourself, Welk. Barela lining up the backhand. And the bird is chirping his backswing again. So that should drop safe. He will have a look here if he wants it. Very dangerous putt, looking straight at the water. Air balls, asking for it to sit. I'm unsure if that's in or out. We'll have to take a look, and I'm just laying up my par because I'm not sure if he's in or out. Otherwise, I probably would have hearted it if I knew that he was safe. I was only about 97 feet away. The scores are tight coming into the next hole here. This one should be fairly easy for us as long as we get the tee shot through the gap. This is one of the more difficult holes. Probably a hole that you're going to want to lay up for par if you do not make it through the gap. And both of us will do that with ease. So from here, we should have a pretty routine up and down. Although I do not have a mid-range in my bag, and that's normally what I would throw.
Backhand.
Basically threw a 21% power evader shot, which I probably have thrown a little bit harder. I'm not sure how that one stayed in bounds, but I'm thankful that it did. Great putt, knowing Barela's close. And Barela will tap in there. A couple of great scores. I mean, getting half and over half the holes so far, 4 under and 5 under through 8 holes at Fountain Hills is a pretty decent start. You know, we've seen some really, really good scores out here from Anthony, from Paul Macbeth, shooting the highest rated round of all time. I believe it was 1036 rated. So a lot of history here at Fountain Hills. Barela going for the pin, and oh my goodness, dead center spit out. He's asking. I mean, I don't know how that didn't stick, but I'm gonna ask these birds to kind of move out of my vision. They were chirping all day. Little sketchy layup for me, but I'm gonna put it close. Now Barela's left with a par putt. Believe it or not, this is a par 3. One of the more difficult par 3s probably in the world. Pro tip there, Barela asking the card where he went out instead of just putting himself wherever he wanted. And me getting honked on.
That's a perfect shot anyways.
A lot of distractions here at Fountain Hills. Barela lining up that mid-range we were talking about, but sees that the scores are close and wants to start locking in. And just a little left for Barela. I think a touch more Anheuser and that would have been probably parked, but he's left with a long circle 2 look. And you know, Barela's thinking he needs every single one of these to go in when I'm close like that, and he delivers. Great putt from Barela. I'm not exactly sure how legal that step putt was, but hey, it's not sanctioned. I'll tap in my birdie. Barela taking out the competition's disc golf bag. I now have a giant hole. And I think he damaged my disc because my generals are normally supposed to be under the basket every time I throw them. Let's see if he can answer with my sawed-off shot. And he does. Leaving me with a very obstructed, very long look at birdie. Now the wind probably should have pushed that one in, but got pretty unlucky there. And Barela with a birdie. What a handsome gentleman. And I'll save par. Now, the rest of the holes are probably birdie holes, so I think we're going to want to shoot pretty perfect from here on out. Barela barely missing that tree, and he'll be left with a circle 2 look. And as you can see, the fountain is up right now, which is why you hear the wind blowing. Barela looking for another illegal step putt. Yep, he loves it. He is fired up. And Welck answers with a putt of his own. We have a couple ballers here. And if you guys don't know, this is the new rule for the 2037 World Championships. In the future, we wanted to try it out here. This is a double mando.
Okay.
And this is not a shot that I have ever tried before, and I don't have the proper disc for it.
Oh!
So that's just me making excuses.
Alright, huge putt here.
And dead center spit out from Welck. That's got to be frustrating, knowing Barela has a putt for birdie. If that catches, they're both 8 under. Now Barela takes advantage of the misfortune, and he loves it. I mean, he is playing with confidence right now. And Welck just has to take the bad luck and move on. Barela with a laser beam. I mean, it's going to be hard to match what Barela just threw. He put his to probably 15 feet and barely gets on top of that mound, which will give himself a look. A little check-in with Cole Louderman. Oh, I think that hit a car. Welck will be up first. Now, if you don't know, this is actually completely legal because I make the rules. Great putt from Welck.
Yep.
And another very legal putt from Barela. And with 4 holes left, you gotta be thinking you need to get them all if you're Welck. I mean, as we see Barela just absolutely park the hole, you're thinking Welck has to go perfect here. Ooh. Near ace run again. Welck is left with a tester putt. And barely goes in. I mean, he's got to be thinking that he used a little bit of his bad luck into some karma to where he got pretty lucky on that putt. You know, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but we'll get to the next hole. As Barela. This is one of the more difficult holes on the course. There's those 2 palm trees that get in the way every single time. And Barela barely manages to miss them, and Welck is heading right for them, and ooh, barely gets around them.
Oh no. Tester.
Yeah, he said it himself. Tester putt for both of them. Barela.
Go. I'll tell you fucking girl.
This is a man who is just wanting it right now.
Yes.
Welck with a dead center confidence booster.
Come on.
You know, he's not letting Barela get away that easy. Barela with a 1-stroke lead, 2 to play. And a solid shot, putting all of the pressure on Welck.
Nah.
Welck needs to put this close. And that'll be about 25 feet. A little Texas flip to put him to 24 feet. And a great putt to tie up Barela. In the meantime, Barela will have a birdie look to go 1 stroke ahead going into the final hole. And he stares down absolutely nobody because Welck is behind the camera. And here we are, the final hole. You gotta be thinking Barela's feeling a ton of pressure because he knows Welck birdies this hole 99 out of 100 times. So, a little extra pressure here for him. He needs to put it close. And really feeling the pressure. Barela taking the aggressive line. Will it pay off? Yes. He'll be left with a 20-footer for the win. Welck loves this high right side. He actually plays for this just so he can have a giant putt for the crowd. Let me go in here and nobody look at the screen. Nobody. He's not cheating. This is actually part of the rule book here. If nobody calls it, it's cool, right? But he's 100% from this range.
How does it feel to be the first winner of the first annual
United States LeBron James Invitational?
It's just, it's a lot to take in right now, you know. It got pretty close there at the end. Parker almost hit that huge putt, put a lot of pressure on me, kind of missed the last putt a little bit low, but it ended up not mattering. I didn't know the scores. I didn't want to look at the scores just to not create any more pressure, but it just feels amazing.
So you almost take down Champions Cup, and then you come out here and take this one down. Where do you feel like you
This
are
one
in
means
your...
way more. That's just what I'm feeling. I think this is a way bigger event. That last one, I mean, you know, I didn't really care. I was just messing around. But this one means the most to me, and that's all that matters. How does it feel to lose?
I mean, it's terrible. I mean, if I'm gonna lose to one guy, AB's the guy, it's all right, but I mean, I'm not really playing the player. I'm playing my game, and I know I could have came out here and probably shot 18, 19 under, and you know, I just didn't have the tools. I had to putt with, I don't even, it's so frustrating. I'm leaving.